Nottingham Forest used to be one of the best teams in the world. They've actually won 2 European Cups, which is more than the likes of City, Newcastle, Spurs and Arsenal. However, hard times have definitely fallen on the Reds in recent times. But now they're back in the Premier League, managed by the excellent Steve Cooper, and they are currently establishing themselves as a mid-table Premier League side. I've decided I want to bring the good times back to the City ground, and I want to win them their 3rd European Cup, but this time in the form of the Champions League. We are going to be jumping into EAFC and rebuilding Nottingham Forest, winning them a UCL. Remember lads, if you enjoy this type of content, please make sure you're hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel, as it really helps me out. We are almost at 500 subscribers. Let's jump into EAFC and get this Nottingham Forest rebuild on the way. Let's say the default Nottingham Forest team is looking, lads, and we are going to have to make some changes to this. So we've had a mess about with the formation, lads, and we're going to run with a 4-2-3-1 formation this season. Now, I'm really excited at the prospect of that front four. I think that's going to cause a lot of problems in the Premier League this season. My initial cause for concern, lads, is looking at the bench. There's no options to bring on in the winger positions, but obviously the first transfer window is disabled, so we cannot make any signings till January at least. Now, this rebuild is going to have a little bit of an experiment in it. I'm going to go with a standard tactical vision and just see how this works, because I want to actually work out how much the tactical vision actually influences you winning games in EAFC. One thing is for sure though, lads, when we do get to January and we can bring some players in, we have to strengthen that defence, because that is just not good enough for the Premier League. Now, the board are asking for a mid-table finish this season. Hopefully we can do that with the squad we have available. We're going to simulate forward now to January the 1st, and hopefully we are doing well in the Premier League. We've arrived at January the 1st, lads, and look at the Premier League table. As you can see, we're 6th in the league somehow. Did Forest even actually need rebuilding? So look at the start 11, lads. We've had really good growth from Vlachodimos and Sangra. The team just looks so good on paper. It's time to get some reinforcements in as we have arrived in January. And the positions I'm looking to strengthen are centre-back and left-back, but we have only got £38 million to improve them positions. And the first signing I've identified is Nuno Tavares from Arsenal. He's currently on loan with us at Nottingham Forest. He's already 78 rated, 23-year-old. I feel like he'd be a great addition in the long term if we could bring him in on a permanent deal. We have managed to make Nuno Tavares' loan deal into a permanent one, lads, for just £13.5 million. At 23-year-old and 78 rated, lads, I think he can go far in a Nottingham Forest shirt. And looking at our contract situation, lads, we have got an absolute raft of players who've only got 5-month men on their deals. All of these players, though, will be leaving the club at the end of the season because we will not be renewing any of them deals. So we've made our second and final signing of this transfer window, lads, and it is a centre-back from the French league. We have signed Jean-Claude Todibo for £27.3 million, and the arrivals of Tavares and Todibo just make our back line look so much stronger. After signing Todibo, lads, we only have £5 million remaining of our transfer budget, so there'll be no more incomings in this January window. There has been quite a few outgoings though in this window, lads. Willy Bolly has joined Fenerbahce on a free transfer. John Joe Shelby has joined West Ham for £3.9 million. Richie Laira has joined Leicester City for £1.4 million. Brandon Aguilar has joined Etikik FC on a £2 million deal. Evan Horvath has joined Heidenheim on a free. Wang Yu-Jo has joined Galatasaray for £2.8 million. Serge Aurier has joined AC Milan on a free. Andrew Amabadeli has joined Atalanta on loan. Muriello has joined Rayo Vallecano on loan. And that is the end of our transfer window, lads. We are going to be simulating forward through to the end of the season, and we'll see if we've cracked European places. We've reached the end of season 1, lads, and as you can see, we've actually finished 5th in the Premier League in season 1. We are playing Europa League football next season. It was literally only 5 points off a Champions League place. Wow, I'm amazed at that. The FA Cup was won by Manchester United. They beat Spurs 3-0 in the final. Carabao Cup was won by Chelsea. They beat Newcastle 2-0 in the final. The Champions League was won by Arsenal, the first ever Champions League they've ever won. They beat Barcelona 2-1. And the Europa League, a competition we will be playing in next season, Roma beat Inter 3-1 to win the trophy. The Conference League was won by Slavia Prague, winning 3-1 against Fiorentina. So who were the standouts of our incredible first season? Anthony Elanga and Taiwan Iwane was definitely the 2 main standouts. 21 goals apiece for the pair of them. Probably worth mentioning, lads, Gonzalo Montiel had a very successful loan spell with us, but we are not going to be buying him on a permanent. So let's get into season 2, lads, and hopefully push on to Champions League football. So we're into season 2, lads, and look at the starting 11, boys. I'm thinking I want to improve our right back position and possibly central midfield going into this new season. Now we've got £100 million to make these transfers happen. Lads, we have made an absolutely massive signing in the right back position. We have brought in Nahuel Molina for £48.5 million from Atletico Madrid. He is 84 rated and 26-year-old. This is an insane signing, boys. Now, the signing of Molina leaves us with just £40 million remaining of our transfer budget, but we have got some players leaving through the door, which should boost our funds. We have made our second signing of the window, lads, and this time is a CDM from the La Liga. We have brought in Martin Zubimendi from £34 million from Real Sociedad. He's 82 rated and 25-year-old, and he goes straight into our starting 11, boys. Now, in the meantime, lads, we have had some outgoings, and I'm going to run you through them right now. Lewis O'Brien has joined Wolves on a season-long loan. Harry Toffolo joined Burnley for £1.4 million. Aaron Donnelly has joined Dramac FC for £800k. Dale Taylor has joined Norwich on a season-long loan. Loic Saw has joined Real Valladolid for £2.5 million. Murillo has joined Marseille on loan. Alex Myton joined Vittoria SC for £1.6 million. Jonathan Panzo joined Norwich for £2 million. Nico Williams joined Wolves for £8.4 million. And Mhuza Niakate joined Chelsea for £13.2 million. And with the departure of Niakate, lads, that means we do need a new centre-back centre-back going into the new season, and we have got £32 million to bring in that centre-back. Lads, we have made our third and final signing of this summer transfer window, and this is a centre-back who absolutely exceeded at Brighton in the Premier League last season. We have brought in Levi Colwill, but from Royal Betis for £18 million. Now, Levi Colwill is 76 rated and 21-year-old, and he's going to be a star for us at Nottingham Forest. So with the signing of Colwill, lads, this is how the team is looking going into season 2, and I think we've made massive improvements all over the pitch there, boys. Our Europa League group is in, lads, and we have got Nice, Panathinaikos and Shamrock Rovers. We should definitely be qualifying from that group, lads. And we are now going to be simulating forward to January the 1st to see how Forest are getting on in season 2. So we've arrived at January the 1st, lads, and we are doing slightly worse this season. We are 7th in the Premier League, but we have only lost 3 games all season. We are sitting just 4 points outside of the Champions League places, so all in all, not a bad season. Europa League group becomes second. We made an absolute meal of it, to be fair. We drew 3 times, only winning twice. Nice pissed it, but we're through to the next round. That's all that matters. Now, looking at the starting 11, boys, we have had excellent growth from Molina, Colwill, Iwanye and Zubamende, and even Sangare, lads. The team is growing at a really good rate at the minute. Now, we have £19 million available, lads, but I don't think we're going to bring anyone in right now who would actually improve our starting 11, so we're going to be simulating forward through to the end of the season, and hopefully we have managed to sneak into the Champions League places. So we've arrived at the end of season 2, lads, and look at the Premier League table. It is an absolute madness. We've actually somehow won the Premier League. In all honesty, though, it was very tight with just 6 points separating 5th to 1st spot. Just can't believe we've actually won the Premier League in season 2. But looking at our manager rating, it is somehow in negative. Now, lads, don't get me wrong, that is a very good team on paper, but I just don't understand how it wins a Premier League in just season 2. Now, Molina hit 87 rated and Sangar hit 86, but other than that, the rest of the team are just high mid to low 80s. Just don't understand how we've won the Premier League. Manchester City won the FA Cup, lads. They beat Fulham 3-2. Burnley beat Southampton 3-0 to win the Carabao Cup. The Champions League, which we'll be competing in next season, was won by PSG. Milan won the Europa League, meaning we did not. We didn't get to the semi-finals either. We didn't get to the quarter-finals either. Wow. We were knocked out in the round of 16 by Manchester United 6-5 in aggregate. That is not good. And the Conference League was won by Stade Rennais. Now it's time to see who our standouts were in our Premier League winning season, and Anthony Elanga and Taiwan Iwane were absolutely insane this season. 33 goals coming in from the right for Anthony Elanga. That is crazy for a winger. Now, my heart is saying going into season 3, we need to get some better quality wingers and better quality strikers as well if we're going to be competing in the Champions League. But after our wingers have done so well in this season, how can I drop them for other players? Like, it just doesn't make any sense for me to do that. Before we jump into season 3, lads, we just want to let you know that Finn Back will be leaving the club. We are not renewing his contract. So we have arrived in season 3, lads, and we have got a whopping £135 million to improve our team. And looking at our starting 11, boys, while I really like Levi Colwill, I think we definitely need a world-class centre-back, as 80 rated just will not cut it in the Champions League. I'm also thinking, do we bring in a better left-back than Nuno Tavares, because he is 25-year-old and only 81 rated. I cannot see him going much more than what he is now. We have made our first signing of the summer transfer window, lads, and it is one of the best centre-backs in the world. We have brought in Brazilian centre-back Bremer from Juventus for £70 million on a 3-year contract. He is 87 rated, boys, and he is going straight into our starting 11. Our second signing of the summer, boys, is one of the most exciting young left-backs in world football. We have signed Alejandro Balde from Barcelona for £62.2 million on a 5-year deal. He's 84 rated and 21-year-old. What a signing this is, boys. And just look at how much Bremer and Balde improve our back line. We are not going to concede many goals this season. So the signings of Bremer and Balde have left us with just £34 million, and I'm thinking, lads, I might just save that till January. Now we have got a raft of outgoings to get through, boys. Dale Taylor has joined West Ham on a season-long loan. Aurel Mangala has joined Lazio for £12.5 million. Lewis O'Brien has joined Fulham for £7.5 million. Murello has joined Girona for £8 million. Academy wonder kid Bradley Coles has joined Anderlecht on a 2-year loan. Josh Bowler has joined Trabzonspor for £1.7 million, and that could round off all our transfer business this summer. So we've arrived at the end of the summer transfer window, lads, and this is the team that's going to take us through to January the 1st. And to be honest with you, lads, I think it looks really strong on paper. I'm intrigued to see, though, how Hudson-Odoi and Elanga do in this third season after such a good second season. Our Champions League group is in, lads, and we have got Inter Milan, Sporting CP and Victoria Plus, and that is actually quite a difficult group, so I'm intrigued to see how we get on in that. We've arrived at January the 1st, lads, and despite having such a good start to the season, we only sit in second place, 4 points behind league leaders Liverpool, level on points in Manchester City, but we are a whole 6 points clear of 5th place, so that is a really good start to the season. Oh wow, we absolutely pulverised our Champions League group, lads. We come top, only losing once, scoring 17 times as well, and we will play Bayer Leverkusen in the round of 16. And this team, lads, wow, it's become a bit of a joke how good it is. Sanga, Balde, Bremer and Molina, wow, they are absolutely incredible. Elanga's grown, Iwanye's grown. I just look to the bench though and think maybe next summer we could do with adding some squad depth to the team. Now we have got £33 million remaining of our transfer budget, but the team is just performing so well. It feels wrong to disrupt the chemistry of the team at the minute. So we've arrived at the end of season 3, lads, and as you can see, we finished 3rd in the Premier League on 80 points, the exact same amount of points as we got last season, but only this time we were 11 points clear of 5th place Aston Villa, so we're properly cemented in them Champions League positions. And we win our 2nd trophy of the real blood, lads. We smashed Manchester City 4-1 at Wembley to win the FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup was won by Manchester City. The Champions League was won by Bayern Munich, meaning we must have got knocked out at some stage. We didn't get to the semis. Oh dear, we didn't even get to the quarters. Bayer Leverkusen knocked us out 4-3 on aggregate. Wow, only got to the round of 16. That is disappointing. Besiktas won the Europa League. Trabzonspor won the Conference League. No, lads, I'm really proud of this team because 6 of the current starting 11 was actually on season 1. We've only added 5 players to that starting 11, and we've managed to win the Premier League, win the FA Cup, and cement ourselves in the Champions League. That is seriously good going. So, lads, the position I'm thinking of improving next season is the left wing position. Hudson-Odoi's position is in jeopardy. I feel like we're missing a real, high-rated, 90-rated attacking player, so I'm thinking the left wing position will be a priority. And also, Lakodimos is now 32-year-old and 85 rated. If we have any spare money left over, I might even go in for a new goalkeeper as well. Now, in terms of stats, lads, Taiwo Iwane, wow, what a season this guy had. 38 goals in 54 games. Elanga again just does what Elanga does. He even grew by 5 overalls this season. 28 goals and 7 assists. But it's very clear looking at them stats that only our attacking players chip in with goals. So I'm just hoping for season 4, lads, that we actually do well in the Champions League, because round of 16 is just not good enough. We're into season 4, lads, and goodness me, we have got £198 million to spend this summer. So the transfer targets are world-class left winger, world-class goalkeeper. Oh my god, lads. We have just got the deal of the century. This is the best deal I've ever had in a FIFA game ever. Lads, we have just signed Gabriel Martinelli from Arsenal for £77.7 million because he only had 12 months left on his contract. We could have actually gone in for £64 million. He's 88 rated and 25-year-old. What a signing this is. Boys, the business we are doing this summer has to be seen to be believed. We have just brought in one of the best goalkeepers in the world on a cut price deal. We have signed Mike Magnan from AC Milan for just £65 million. Now, he might be 30-year-old, but he's 89 rated. He's 2 years younger than our current goalkeeper and 4 overalls higher. What a signing this is again. And with the signings of Martinelli and Magnan, we have gone from £200 million available to just £40 million. Wow. We have not messed about with the spending this summer. And unfortunately, lads, a lot of our budget is going to go into renewing contracts because we have got some key players out of contract at the end of the season. One thing I have forgot to mention, though, lads, is Emmanuel Dennis has left the club this summer, so we are looking for a backup striker under £30 million. Lads, we have brought in a backup striker and we've been pretty smart of it, lads. I found a really decent striker on the free agents list and I thought, do you know what? Let's just save a bit of money for January and bring a player in on a free. We have brought in Uruguayan Matias Arezzo on a 3-year deal. He's 80 rated and 23-year-old and he's a great backup to Awanya with potential to grow and be better than him as well. Now, lads, I said I wanted to improve the quality on the bench, and just look at the bench now. It looks so much better than last season, and that should really help us out in the Champions League. So we're at the end of the transfer window, lads, and I'm not going to bore you with the outgoings. It's literally just all youth academy players going out on loan. So our summer window is done. Our Champions League group is in, lads. We've got Atletico Madrid, Ajax and Besiktas. We should be getting through that group, boys. So without further ado, let's simulate forward to January the 1st and see how the Forest are getting on. So it's January the 1st, lads, and just look at that Premier League table. Jesus Christ, we are good. Top of the Premier League, only losing 1 game all season. We are on our way to our 2nd Premier League title. And wow, we absolutely breezed what was a pretty difficult Champions League group, lads. Didn't even lose a single game. We only conceded twice in 6 games. And we will have Club Brugge in the round of 16. We should be winning that, lads. And just look at the absolute state of that starting 11, lads. We've got 3 90-rated players in Molina, Balde and Sangar. Team is an absolute joke. I really believe we could win the Champions League this season. Now, we have got £44 million available, lads, but we're not going to be using it, lads. We're just breezing every competition. I don't want to affect the team's chemistry. Lads, 4 players will leave us at the end of the season because we are not renewing their contracts. So we've arrived at the end of the season 4, lads, and looking at the Premier League table, it was inevitable, wasn't it? We have won the Premier League yet again, getting 94 points and only losing 2 times all season, and we were 3 goals off scoring 100 goals. Spurs beat Burnley to win the FA Cup. Liverpool beat Man United to win the Carabao Cup, and as you can see, we are in the Champions League final against Liverpool. Now, we comfortably beat Club Brugge 6-3 on aggregate. We then played Barcelona, who we beat 6-3 again, and we beat Manchester City 4-3 over 2 legs to set up a Champions League final with Liverpool. The Europa League was won by Sporting. They beat Real Madrid in the final 3-1, and the Conference League was won by Real Sociedad. Now, this is the team that has got us to a Champions League final, and just look at it, lads. There's so many 90 rated players. Balde, Sangar, Magnan, Molina, Elanga, all 90 rated. Now, in terms of stats, lads, Taiwo Iwane again, 36 goals in 53 games. The guy is just an absolute beast. Martinelli's first season at Nottingham Forest ended brilliantly, 33 goals and 14 assists. Gibbs White carried on his great form, 20 goals, 17 assists, and Anthony Elanga got 16 and 15. What a signing he's been for Forest. Now, all that's left to do, lads, is play Liverpool in the Champions League final, and hopefully we can bring that silverware back to Nottingham for the first time since 1979. Now, I can't lie, I'm so excited to use this Nottingham Forest team. Martinelli. We're away on the wing with Martinelli. I won you. I see you. Yes! Oh, guide header from a 1 year. First chance of the game though, 20 minutes in, lads. Good block. We can counter here. Elanga. Oh, here we go, 1 year. Oh, what? Just spooned it over the bar. Oh, for God's sake, been censored shot. 30 minutes on the clock, lads, there's been no chances. There's literally been that 1 year chance, and that's it. That's the only thing I found with the high difficulties on especially EAFC and FIFA and games like that. Like, you just don't get many chances in the games, or Liverpool could score here. Gakpo. Oh, good save by Magnan. A decent chance that as well. He wake up a bit.
Denied.
What a save by Alisson. Oh, it's too easy for Alisson, that. And that's going to be half-time, lads. 0-0. Not really a lot happened in that half, to be honest. Definitely not been the most entertaining of games so far, lads. But hopefully the second half adds a little bit of excitement to the tie. Oh, what a tackle by Gibbs White. Oh, it's going to go straight to Alisson, though. This is what I mean. There's not really a lot happening in this game, lads.
Well, there's been speculation out there for a while now, but if the report
One yet. Gibbs White. Oh my God, Elanga. God's sake. Bad touch by Elanga. He's 90 rated, for God's sake. What? What's give them a free kick for if they score from this? Oh, they nearly did as well. Jesus. 70 on the clock, lads, and Liverpool have had the best chances of the game. Martinelli. Oh my, here we go. Here we go. 75 on the clock. Martinelli with a goal. I can't even lie, lads. That is the biggest smash and grab of all time. Just look at the strength here from Martinelli to get in between Trent and Danso, and he levers it past Alisson, lads. And we're 1-0 up with 15 minutes to go. Oh, shit, what am I doing? Oh, what a save. What a save by Magnan. Jesus. Lads, we are into added time. Brought Fabio Carvalho on. Smack long. Sangar's going to win that. Nice. Awanya's going to win that. Oh, here we go. Elanga. Oh, he's got the pace. No! For God's sake. Overran it. That's going to be full time though, boys. The referee blows his whistle, and it has taken us 4 seasons to win a Champions League with Nottingham Forest, and we beat Liverpool of all teams in the final. That is Nottingham Forest's first European Cup since 1979. And one thing I've enjoyed about this reboard is, lads, we've kept players from season 1 right through to the Champions League final, like Elanga, Hudson-Odoi, Sangar, and Sangar will lift the trophy for us, and Nottingham Forest are the best team in the world and the champions of Europe. If you've enjoyed this reboard, boys, please make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me. I'm getting very close now to 500 subscribers. Thank you very much for watching, boys, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.